Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mr. Sanders Swin again, and we are back on my favorite spot. Do you all notice the bubbly waters in the background over there? There's mango and coconut pineapple, and one of them is calling my name, but I'm not sure which one it is. Um, anyway, we're gonna jump right into the next section of Inside Out and Back Again. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Wishes. I wish Brother Coy wouldn't keep inside how he endures the hours in school. That mother wouldn't hide her bleeding fingers. That Brother Kwong wouldn't be so angry after work. I wish our cowboy could be persuaded to buy a horse. That I could be invisible until I can talk back. That English could be learned without so many rules. I wish Father would appear in my class speaking beautiful English as he does French and Chinese and hold out his hand for mine. Mostly, I wish I were still smart. September 11th. Hiding. Brother Vu now makes everyone call him Vu Li, a name I must say without giggling to get defense lessons. I need the lessons. I'm hiding in class by staring at my shoes. I'm hiding during lunch in the bathroom, eating hard rolls saved from dinner. I'm hiding during outside time in the same bathroom. I'm hiding after school until Brother Coy rides up to our secret corner. With Vu Li, I squat in Duong Ton, weight on legs, back straight, arms at my sides, fingers relaxed, eyes everywhere at once. I'm practicing to be seen. September 13th. All right, let's answer the first question. In what way does Ha want to change? The answer is not obvious. This is more of an inferential question, but keep in mind that she's talking about how much she's hiding. So we see a lot of repetition. I'm hiding in class during lunch, hiding during outside time, hiding after school. And then at the end, she says, I'm practicing to be seen. So what does she want to kind of change about herself? If you need a sentence starter, you can use she wants to change by blank. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Neighbors. Eggs explode like smears of snot on our front door. Just dumb kids, said our cowboy. Bathroom paper hangs like ghosts from our willow. More dumb kids, says our cowboy. A brick shatters the front window, landing on our dinner table along with a note. Brother Kwong refuses to translate. Mother shakes her head when Vu Li pops his muscles. Our cowboy calls the police, who tells us to stay inside. Hogwash, our cowboy says, then spits a brown blob of tobacco. I repeat, hogwash, puckering for the ending of the sh. Mother decides we must meet our neighbors. Our cowboy leads, giving us each a cowboy hat to be tilted while saying, Good morning. Only I wear the hat. In the house, to our right, a bald man closes his door. Next to him, a woman with yellow hair slams hers. Next to her, shouts reach us behind a door unopened. Redness crawls across my brother's faces. Mother pats their backs. Our cowboy leads us to the house on our left. An older woman throws up her arms and hugs us. We're so startled, we stand like trees. She points to her chest. Mrs. Washington. She hugs our cowboy and kisses him. I thought only husbands and wives do that when alone. We find out Mrs. Washington is a widow and retired teacher. She has no children, but has a dog named Lassie and a garden that takes up her backyard. She volunteers to tutor us all. My time with her will be right after school. I'm afraid to tell her how much help I'll need. September 14th. All right. Here's the second question. What does Mrs. Washington volunteer to do? This is a pretty simple question with a simple answer. You'll find it in this stanza. She volunteers to tutor us all. If you'd like a sentence starter, you can use she volunteers to blank. All right, let's go ahead and move on. New word a day. Mrs. Washington has her own rules. She makes me memorize one new word a day and practice it 10 times in conversation. For every new word that sticks to my brain, she gives me fruit in bite sizes, drowning in sweet white fluff, cookies with drops of chocolate small as rain, flat round pan fried cakes floating in syrup. My vocabulary grows. She makes me learn rules I've never noticed, like a and the, which act as little megaphones to tell the world whose English is still secondhand. The house is red, but we live in a house. A and the do not exist in Vietnamese, and we understand each other just fine. I pout, but Mrs. Washington says every language has annoyances and illogical rules, as well as sensible beauty. She has an answer for everything, just like Mother. September 16th. More is not better. I now understand. When they make fun of my name, yelling ha 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 down the hall, when they ask if I eat dog meat, barking and chewing and falling down laughing, when they wonder if I lived in the jungle with tigers, growling and stalking on all fours, I understand because Brother Coy nodded into my head on the bike ride home when I asked if kids said the same things at his school. I understand and wish I could go back to not understanding. September 19th. Hallelujah. Our cowboy says our neighbors would be more like neighbors if we agree to something at the Del Rey Southern Baptist Church. I've seen the church name on a sign where blaring yellow sun rays spell God. Our cowboy and his wife wait for us in the very first row. He's smiling, she's not. A plump man runs onto the stage shouting. Everyone except us greets him, Hallelujah. The more he shouts, the more everyone sings, Hallelujah. Later, a woman smelling of honeysuckle signals for all of us to follow. Mother and I are told to change into our shapeless white gowns. We line up in a hallway, too bright and too bare, where my brothers await us, frowning, all wearing the same shapeless white gowns. I giggle. Mother pinches me, then steps forward first. The plump man waits for her in a tiny pool. One hand holds her nose, another hand on her back, pushing her under. I start to jump into the pool, but Mother is standing again, coughing. Hair matted to her face, eyes narrowing at me. Each of my brothers gets dipped. My turn comes, no matter how I laser eye Mother to stop it. And yet, it's not over. We must get dressed and line up on stage next to the plump man, our cowboy, and his smiling wife. Her lips curl up even more as people line up to kiss our cheeks. Drops from wet hair drip down my back. Bumps enlarge on my chilled skin as I realize we will be coming back every Sunday, September 21st. All right, let's answer the next question. How does Ha feel about going to church every Sunday? So, this is an inferential question, but there are certainly clues to how she's feeling. Bumps enlarge on my chilled skin as I realize we will be coming back every Sunday. If you need a sentence starter, you can use she feels blank about going to church every Sunday. And then we're going to need the word because too. All right, let's go ahead and finish up the read aloud. Mother taps her nails on the dining table, her signal for solitude to chant. I shuffle off to our room, but I am still with her through my ears. She chants, Namo adi da fat, namo quan da ambo tat. I probably said that completely wrong, but I tried. Such quiet tones after a day of shouts and hallelujahs. Clang, clang, clang. A spoon chimes against a glass bowl. Nothing like clear stream bell echoes from a brass gong. Instead of jasmine incense, Mother burns dried orange peels. Ashy bitter citrus invades her room. Nothing like the floral wafts that once calmed me. I try, but can't fall asleep, needing amethyst ring twirls and her lavender scent. I'm not as good as Mother at making do. Finally, she comes in and turns from me, her signal for more time alone. I lie frozen, sniffing for traces of lavender. Too faint, yet I dare not roll closer. She sighs, extends it into a smile. Where are you? Should we keep going, hoping? She thinks I am asleep. More sniffles. So gentle, I would miss them by inhaling too deeply. Come home. Come home and see how our children have grown. All my life, I've wondered what it's like to know someone for forever. Then poof, he's gone. Another sigh. It's more difficult here than I imagined. I thought so. Despite her own rule, Mother can't help yearning for father any more than I can help tasting ripe papaya in my sleep. September 21st, late. All right, let's answer that last question. Who is Ha's mother speaking to? So, if you didn't already catch this, she's speaking to somebody who's not here. But let's see if you can figure it out. So, where are you? Should we keep hoping? Come home and see how our children have grown. So, who could she possibly be addressing? If you need a sentence starter, you can use she is speaking to blank. And then we want to challenge ourselves. We can say, I know this because blank.